Hello guys, and welcome back to the Silent Hill Let's Play.
Or rather, our re-Let's Play.
Yeah, exactly. And we're in the doghouse now, according to the save pad, because it said when you save, you save in the doghouse, even though this is an ordinary house.
It's just a kitchen.
Yeah. Well, not just a kitchen, it's a proper house. So we got the keys to the door, so now we can go outside in the back garden. What? It's getting dark again. What's going on? My flashlight just automatically turned on.
For no reason.
And there's 2 health drinks there. I wonder why they left 2 health drinks on there to begin with.
Probably for a family get-together.
Yeah, and they got killed, probably. Yeah. Actually, you can make out what's going around if you've got the flashlight off, if you look really closely, but it's best to keep it on, though. Now, I want to go this way because there's some pickups at the back where they're, I think it's like a broken truck of some sort. I think it's like a first aid kit.
At least with this, at least since we're recording on emulator, you can see this so much better than the webcam version.
Yeah, that's right. I have to admit, those dogs can be a pain in the bum, but I will say I think the Pteranodons are probably the more annoying enemies.
Yeah, because they can hit you no matter what.
Well, actually, you can avoid them, but you have to like, when you're running away from one, you have to like shimmy a bit to the left or a bit to the right, and then it will just miss you just barely. So you can pull it off, or you can do the side run like that. Still, I will admit they can be a pain in the arse. So now all we've got to do is just run down this road until we get to the school.
I'm not sure we'll be able to complete this very quickly. It might take time.
Yeah. Ooh, that just missed me. Well, we can see how far we can get in the game. They can go fuck themselves.
Like DSP, he can go screw himself.
Yeah, well...
Just imagine these enemies of DSP.
Well, let's talk about him there. How's my health? Okay, health drink. I noticed a pop in there when you're running down. Look very closely at the black line.
Well, that's emulators for you.
Yeah. It's a PS1 game as well. Alright, we want to go into the school bus. I like how he put his hand on nothing there. Like
I thought it looked like he was about to trip over.
Yeah, it's not just that, but when he puts his hands out, it's like he's putting them up against a black shadow. I don't even see how you can put your hands on a black shadow. Unless it's like a force field or something.
There's no safe point in here.
Yeah, well, we can save in school anyways. It's only around the corner. And then I die. Why didn't I save in the bus? Seriously, what's that notepad even doing in the bus?
Maybe
Whose notepad was it?
Maybe somebody was writing stuff on the notepad.
Yeah, but I wonder whose notepad was that. Where did it come from?
Well, there must have been people here before us.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It really does make you wonder how these things got here in the first place. And we want to pick up the school map. Here comes the eerie, awesome soundtrack. Now, if you play the demo of this game on the PlayStation disc, when you get Metal Gear Solid, the music actually has that music when you're running away from at the very beginning. So the soundtrack's actually very different. So we want to check the rooms to get some more health pickups. Yeah, if you're doing like a 10-star playthrough of this game, you're not really allowed to use like many health kits or many drinks, because if you go over 500 points, then you won't get the 10-star ranking. So you only need to heal yourself like 5 to 6 times, but if you do any more than that, then
you're screwed. You
won't get the 10-star rating. And you also got to kill a certain amount of enemies by fighting or shooting, completing the game really fast, no continues and no saves for the 4th game, I think it was.
Well, we're definitely not getting a 10-star ending for this.
Of course not. Well, the main focus is trying to beat the game.
You notice how these kids all look different compared to what they did in the European version?
Yeah, exactly. We mentioned that earlier. Also, when they grab you, they sound different as well.
Makes them sound like they're monkeys.
Yeah, exactly. As a kid, I don't know why, but you see that poster right there? I used to always think that was Harry Mason on there for some reason. As if his face was on fire. It kind of creeped me out as a kid, actually. I was strange back then. Nothing in here. That is good loading, that is.
Yeah, stay down.
I feel like the Terminator when I shoot him down, it's like bang, bang, bang. You know when he opens that door and he goes, Sarah Connor, pew, 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 pew. I killed you with my handgun. Or Killer 7. It looked like he was holding a Killer 7, I think. Because it's got the scope on top of it. Killer 7s are awesome. Though, the ammo supply is usually not the best. Though it is very powerful. I'm gonna kick him. Out of the both designs, from what you've seen of both versions, which one do you think you prefer?
American version.
Yeah, the one with the knives. I don't know, I kind of like the other one, to be honest. Because they've got claws instead of just a knife. So they got claws and are all muddy and stuff.
That depends, really.
Yeah.
Depends on your preference.
Yeah. And the Chinese version has ponies.
What?
It was a joke.
I was gonna say, I don't recall a Chinese version unless there was a bootleg.
I'm joking, there's no such thing as a Chinese version of this game. The only countries I think it was released in is Japan, Europe, and America. Like I said, I was making that up. So say if there was like a Chinese version of the game, they would have ponies instead.
Why Chinese though? I mean, it couldn't just be made by anyone.
I don't think Chinese get that many games. I could be wrong in that regard. I don't think they have that many games that get released in their country. Although I think I remember seeing the Jack and Dexter collection. It was like a Asian version, but it wasn't a Japanese copy. I like how he freezes in position. It's like, health drink. I must freeze in position. I don't want to check these rooms. I actually like the loading times more in Silent Hill than Resident Evil when you go through doors because it's much more quicker. Because in every Resident Evil game, you would walk up to a door and you would have to wait for the door animation just to open. Whereas in this game, it's like bam, very quick. I use the chemical. And one good thing one improvement already, we have that we no longer have the blue flashing screen. You know, every time we did something.
Yeah, every time we did. Yeah. Because I'll just throw a clip of this on the screen right now. That you get random blue flashing for some reason. I think it was something to do with my TV back then.
Yeah, because it wasn't HD, was it? I think it was like a normal TV, wasn't it? Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? He's right over there.
There's two of them.
Shoot him. Oh, you missed. Pitfall.
Yeah, stay down.
I don't know. I like actually, to be honest, I think it's a little bit more fun fighting these guys for some reason. Though I do like the design of the Japanese European version more. For some reason, I feel more satisfied killing the American version. You know, these monsters in the American version. Now, in the demo version of this game, we actually had it in our one. So in the demo version, it was these enemies.
Well, obviously the demo didn't change the enemies at the time.
Yeah, I think because I know This game came out first in America, and then it got released in, I think it was Japan, then it was Europe. Yeah, it was Japan and Europe after the American release. So these were how the enemies were originally designed.
So what are we complaining about, really?
I wasn't complaining. I was just saying that those enemies right there was how they were
Originally looked like.
yeah, what they originally looked like. Yeah, actually, I think this is the only Silent Hill game I can remember where you actually do explore a school. In the other games, you never had schools, I don't think. I think this was the only one that actually had a school.
I mean, feel free to point out how wrong we are for it.
I'm pretty sure, because I remember in the... because Silent Hill 2 didn't have a school, neither does 3, neither does 4. Origins, I don't think, had a school. I could be wrong, because it's been a while since I've played Origins, but... yeah.
Oh, here we go. This
puzzle.
Thankfully, he knew how to do it because he played this before.
Yeah, and that was years ago, but I can remember it in my head to this day. It's like it's stuck in my mind for the rest of my life. Silver medallion, yes, I want to take it. There'd be no point in coming in there. Go check out a little optional little Easter egg before we put the second medallion in. Just a cat. And that cat was killed.
Yep, definitely a dog.
Right, so now we can put the second medallion into the clock tower. Oh, it's two of them, crap. Yeah, I would say this is one of my favourite survival horror games on PlayStation.
Along with Resident Evil.
Yeah. I think Resident Evil 2 was my favourite. I like the one with Nemesis as well.
Silver Moon.
Sailor Moon.
For the power of the moon, I will defeat you.
Yeah, in the name of the moon, I will punish you. Yeah, the Japanese version, she always says that in the Japanese one, but in the dub, she says a lot of random stuff like, I will punish you, and that means you, and all this other random stuff. It doesn't stay true to who she's supposed to be as a character. Yeah. Yes, I want to press the switch.
I mean, what would not pressing this switch work for?
If I see a big red button, I'm just going to do this. And it blows up the entire school. Harry, you dumbass. Blew up the entire school.
Should be careful not to waste all of our ammo.
I think I've got enough bullets. Yeah, there's more bullets up ahead anyway, so... that should be alright. Excuse me.
Hey, you did something much better than DSP. You actually apologized, you know, for burping.
Yep. Right. I like the look on his hands there. Now we enter the alternative school. The other world.
Where am I? Have I been here before? I don't remember this being here before.
I know. It seems so dramatic to you, doesn't it, Harry? It's so dramatic that you don't even care.
Also, the dialogue seems to be a bit random. You know, sometimes it's text and sometimes it's voiced.
Yeah, it doesn't match well. Yeah, I noticed. I just don't get
It's
you.
like, pick one or the other, not both, really.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, I remember watching the animated Digimon where I actually thought the writing was better in Japanese. And so with I thought the voices were kind of ear at first, but then they grew on you the more you watched it. It had better music.
The English one, though?
Some of the voices fit the Digimon better, I think, but the way it was done wasn't really good either. But the Japanese one is the version I would go for because of the music and the writing and stuff.
It's done so much better.
Yeah, the voices are a bit but you get used to them over the time. Because well, again, it's because like Yumoto or Matt, he's supposed to be a teenager, but he actually sounds like he's a grown up. I remember people in the comments mentioning that. But like I said, it's one of those things where the voices you can adapt to over time. Though I have a soft spot for the dub a little bit as a guilty pleasure sort of thing. Like, I understood why people didn't like it, but it's kind of hard to explain. But
with me, it's like a complete 180. At first, I liked it, but then looking into it years later, I'm like, good God, why did I like such garbage?
yeah, I consider it a guilty pleasure because I remember watching it as a kid. I have nostalgia value for it. And plus, if it wasn't for the dub, I wouldn't have discovered the Japanese one. I wouldn't know anything about the Japanese one.
So give it some take it for granted.
Yeah. Well, I think, like I said, I think the writing is better in Japanese. Because some of the emotional scenes, they kind of throw jokes in it every 2 seconds in the dub.
Yeah, like the whole joking scene about how someone keeps forgetting someone's name.
Yeah.
How was that funny?
Yeah. I think it was Davis who kept forgetting TK's name. It's only 2 letters, it's not even a name. Well, it is a name, but it's like 2 letters. That's easy to remember.
I mean, if it was like a German word or something, then I understand, but it's just 2 freaking initials.
Yeah. The Japanese version, he never got his name wrong, I don't think. I actually find Davis to be a bit more likeable in Japanese. Though, like I said, I think he does develop into a better character. Yeah. Actually, one thing I like about Digimon more than Pokemon's anime is that it actually had a story. And it actually felt like it was continuing the story every time you watched an episode.
Yeah.
Whereas in Pokemon, it was like...
It feels like I'm watching the same shit, 900 episodes.
Yeah, basically Team Rocket lose all the time and stuff.
And Ash doesn't get his freaking medals, or rather he loses and somehow gets the medals anyway, which I don't get.
Yeah, and how Team Rocket don't seem that threatening to me as villains. I mean, if you look at like something like Myotismon, or you know, the very evil force at the end of the first series, or Beelzemon when he killed Leomon and stuff. It's one of the reasons why I think it's more mature.
And we finally get our shotgun.
Yeah. Actually, the shotgun's quite small in this game, which is surprising because in the later games they made the shotgun bigger. So this is like a portable shotgun of some sort. Like, you know, those sworn shotguns, you know, the ones...
Double-barreled shotguns.
Yeah, they're like very small ones.
Yeah, so they're basically sawn-off double-barrel shotguns. I should know because I played Call of Duty Zombie mode.
Yeah. I've played games with that before, like there are other video games I played. I think it was like Fallout 3, you had one of those shotguns in there, and they were about the same size as well. I never finished Fallout 3, but, you know, I've played about 30 hours of going around killing stuff. So I'll admit I'm not the best when it comes to that game.
Well, you not tried out New Vegas?
No, I only played Fallout 3, so that's the only one I ever played. I heard the 4th game was quite buggy though.
It was quite buggy at launch, yeah. A lot of people have been saying that, but it's been getting better over the months.
Well, with the patches that came out then, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, all I heard was that it was quite buggy in places, because I remember watching Angry Joe's review and he mentioned that it had quite a number of bugs to it. But there was enjoyment and fun to be had with it.
Yeah, plus it's improving over time.
That's good. Sometimes they don't even bother to release patches to fix stuff.
Daddy, help me. Daddy, where are you?
Cheryl!
That was Cheryl's voice, I know it. Where is she? Cheryl.
You're gonna die in 7 days.
Yeah, I used to say that back when I first played this game. That was such a terrible joke.
What? Because anyone using that joke is pretty obvious.
No, just to me it just feels terrible.
Yeah, even when it was done in the movie, it was horrible.
Yeah, I like the Japanese version of the ring. What do you reckon?
Yeah. Much prefer than its English counterpart.
Yeah. Speaking of Silent Hill, we'll talk about the Silent Hill franchise as a whole. So, what did you think of the movies? Because I remember showing you the first film.
I would say it's like the best thing to come out of the video game movie genre. But it's not that great by itself.
Yeah, I found it to be kind of an okay-ish sort of film. One thing I like about that film is the soundtrack. They actually used the video game soundtracks into that film. I kind of like that. You don't really see that often in any video game-based movie.
Yeah, I mean, Alone in the Dark was a good example of that.
Oh, that was terrible.
God, that was boring.
Oh, that movie's awful. Like, it's so poorly directed. Nothing inside.
Somebody must have spilled their ketchup.
Yeah. Really makes me wonder what was in there.
Well, there's your answer.
Actually, I must admit, as a kid, when I first played that actually did make me jump. It really made me jump. I was like, fucking... Because I was so cautious as to why there was nothing inside there. And I thought something was coming after me out of that locker. I think I was really young when I first played this, because I had the demo to this game when I had an MGS1, and I played the demo and I really liked it, but then a year later my dad bought it at a charity shop and I was like, where did you get this? And I was really happy. I didn't say it like I was angry, I was like really happy. I was asking him where did he get it.
Yeah.
So then he got me a copy of this game. I was really happy, and I played the hell out of it since then.
Just a shame that nobody was like dressing up as Pyramid Head at Comic-Con. That would have been great.
Yeah, I don't think... Yeah, like I said, in Comic-Cons, I think you would see that more if you were at American Comic-Con, though. Because in American
Or maybe at the London one, because that is a bigger one.
Or in Japan, because in Japan you might see that. I think it's because... yeah, I don't know, because, like I said, I think Comic-Cons are much bigger in America than it is in the UK, because, you know, you've got a much bigger community there, so you're going to have more fan bases there, I reckon. I've never been to an American one before, but that's my guess. I used the rubber ball. Keys. How's the key hanging there?
I don't know, maybe Spider-Man's holding it.
Yeah, you put a web on there. It makes me wonder how it gets stuck in position.
Yeah, speaking of Spider-Man, such a great freaking game on PS1.
Oh, I used to like that game. When I was young, I used to play that quite a bit, actually. I finished it recently, and it's actually a fun game to play.
So much better than the movies.
Yeah, it's easy, though. It's an easy game, but you get fun out of it.
The sequel, though, not so much.
I can't really remember anything about the second one. I played it when I was younger. I played bits of it. I remember, like, Spider-Man having web under his armpits. That's what I remember. I remember some of the stages and the music. That that's the music I remembered when I was young. besides that, I don't really remember much about it. Actually, my favourite Spider-Man game is probably
Spider-Man 2 on the PlayStation 2.
Yeah, thanks for interrupting.
Sorry.
Yeah, yeah, I would say that's probably my favourite one because I remember playing that as a kid, and it was actually like a Grand Theft Auto game where you go around a city and you can go where you want, except for you're obviously not committing crimes, you're actually being a hero.
Except there was like crimes every 5 seconds, so you have to keep going to these crime scenes. It's like, oh my god!
Yeah, exactly. But then again, I must admit, you would find it annoying if you had to go around for ages until something happened.
I mean, I don't think even Spider-Man could cope with crimes every 2 seconds.
A lot of people could actually.
Maybe Batman, because he's a really good crime fighter.
Or if you're Sonic the Hedgehog, you could probably do it.
Or maybe the Flash.
Yeah. I must admit, I haven't played Downpour, but the last Silent Hill game I ever played was Shattered Memories and Homecoming.
Yeah, which we did a while back.
Yeah, Homecoming is, wasn't a fan of it, personally. Not a fan.
I think we were just raging at that one, saying how we completely butchered this character.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Hearing this, the hunter armed with bow and arrow said, I will kill the lizard. But upon meeting his opponent, he held back and taunted, Who's afraid of a reptile? At this, the furious lizard hissed, I'll swallow you up in a single bite. Then the creature attacked, jaws open wide.
And it was a huge creature.
This is what the man wanted. Calmly drawing his bow, he shot into the lizard's gaping mouth. Effortlessly, the arrow flew, piercing the defenseless maw, and the lizard fell down dead.
With blood. This is from an old fairy tale. I remember reading it as a kid. Wow.
I'm sure you did, Harry.
He read that when he was a kid. Crikey, I'm surprised he didn't have any bedtime issues back then. Not like struggling to sleep at night.
Yeah.
If a kid heard that, they wouldn't be able to sleep for days. That was one tough kid you are, Harry.
And again, so are you.
Ah, no, I am a coward. I'm chicken. I lack confidence. Actually, I liked Silent Hill 2 is easily my favourite Silent Hill game.
Alright, who's messing with the piano?
Pinkie Pie, of course. She can't get her own pies.
Oh, great. She's gone insane again.
Yes.
No wonder we've ended up here.
Pie of One is one of my favourite episodes, actually. Because it's so out of place and crazy what happens and how the plot's handled. Pinkie Pie going absolutely insane because she thinks her friends don't like her anymore. Yeah, I actually think Twilight Sparkle is my favourite. Or Applejack. I'm torn between the two.
Pretty helpful with Rainbow Dash for you.
I like Rainbow Dash. Some people don't like her because they don't like her attitude, but if anything, I think I like her because she's tough and she's not like a pushover. And she does develop really well in the series as it goes. So yeah, I think if I had made them top 3, it would probably be them. What would you say?
I'm really torn.
I don't know, I was a pony.
No, I meant... I'm actually torn between the two.
So who are your two favourites?
Oh yeah, I think it would be a cross between Fluttershy and Pinkie.
Oh, that is quality. That quickly. That's how you do it. That is how you do it.
Yeah, I managed to complete that in just a few goes. Remember when we originally did it? It took freaking forever.
Yeah, it did. Actually, I didn't know what I was doing there, but I managed to get through that. That was lucky. Yeah, this is going to require some concentration.
Concentration!
Yes. This boss is actually quite brutal on hard mode, though.
Thank God we're playing on normal.
Yeah, exactly. Still need concentration, though. Ugh, what a disgusting spit. God, come on, turn around.
Come on, open up. Open wide.
Easy. Only 2 shots. On easy mode it's 1 shot, normal it's 2. I think hard mode you got to do it 3 or 4 times. Problem is though, he moves a lot quicker, so as soon as he opens his jaw it's like...
There.
Actually, I think he moves faster and it takes you to blink your eye.
What was that? Who in the hell was that?
That was a girl. Where am I? This is a boiler room. What is going on here?
Well, of course it's a boiler room. You've been here before.
Yeah, exactly. Alright, key, golden key. It's kind of funny how he's saying, what was that? And clearly you saw a girl wearing a school uniform.
I think just Harry's losing his mind.
I hear a church bell, maybe? Who is ringing the bell? Well, let's see then. Why don't we go out and find out who it is?
Right, so we need to head back down to Block Street.
Yep. Actually, I must admit, I actually do like the map design in Silent Hill 1. The way the map's done. Silent Hill 3 was... It was kind of cool how in Silent Hill 3... It was actually kind of weird in Silent Hill 3 because like the first half of the game wasn't in Silent Hill until like the second half. And when you got to the second half, the map was like, you know, the same as Silent Hill 2's.
Yeah.
What do you think of that?
Yeah, I say that too.
Yeah, then, so we're gonna see...
We're gonna cut here and we'll see you guys in the next episode.
Yep, see you later.